pushing me closer to the edge again. The edge again. I'm suffocating underneath. I'm trying another day. I just wanna feel again. Bloodshot eyes, I know I can. You pull me under. You keep pushing me closer to the edge again.
Let's fucking go! What is up, team? Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. What is up, my team? Let me know that you are in the chat by hitting those A's in the button right now, man. Hit that button, hit that A. Let me know that you're alive. We're absolutely catching the upside targets that we spoke of yesterday. We're nailing them left and fucking right, or we're nailing them up and down, right? Let's go. What is up, Bob Options? I see you in there, man. RJS, what is up? What's up, guys? Samantha H, I see you in there, man. Oh, yeah. Guys, I absolutely am very excited for the targets that we're reaching to the upside. If you remember, just last night, we were talking about Nvidia's potential move. We're going to get into AMC and GME, but we're going to get into Nvidia's move, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I don't know if you remember me saying that if you join the Arca Bulls trading team, I will be able to give you the upside targets for the coming days come market open today, right, team? So we absolutely nailed the back test, and check this out. This is just for your knowledge, okay? I'm coming in here live during a rare time. I'm usually not on during these times, right? It's just going to be a little tough for me to be on live tonight for a market prep. But if you want to get into the Arca Bulls trading team, do it now, because I'm going to be able to come on live for the private stream only, okay, you guys? I'm not going to be able to participate here live on YouTube tonight, so we're going to go ahead and just do it right now. Guys, take a look at this. Using volatility versus stochastic momentum, right, we noticed that 20 out of 24 iterations back tested here for the specific criteria between these two indicators have come up with some very, very interesting results. Take a look at this. 20 out of 24 correctly guessed towards the upside using the criteria that we have for a system that gave us an 83.33% probability that we would get a move to the upside of 24.24% coming in with a signal that fired off on Friday. Guys, we opened up risk right down here at the open at 1046. We're now sitting at 1143.95 at a new high. Guys, this is absolutely what we do day in and day out. We make sure to provide the stats, we provide the system, and the system gives back to us. Guys, we are absolutely nailing these targets to the upside. And for those of you who were actually curious about the targets that we faced here for GME and for AMC, guys, we met those targets as well. Let me bring this in just like this here, right? I have my screens are really wide. DJT freaking moving on to the upside here. We've been observing this as well, right? But check this out, guys. GME, we were looking for a topside target right up here of around 26.93, and we nailed that topside by hitting 26.66, and we got that topside before a 50% retrace of this candle. Guys, this is normal for us to evaluate, right? Check this out. We're dropping to an area of about $23.50. Why? Why the fuck is this happening? No, guys, it's not the shorts. It's not anything. It's just a 4-hour closure. Usually, when you get your 4-hour candle close, you're going to get a retracement of 50% per your next candle, right? Just like this, we got that 50% retrace right now. We can look at a potential 2350 here on GME before pulling in that next upside. But, guys, this is what we're looking at here. The targets that we're looking at for Nvidia to the upside with our backtest that we actually called out just this morning, right? We're looking at a target of 1295.65 with an 83.33% probability that we hit it. Guys, this is no joke numbers. Open that risk when we said it this morning at 10:43. You're fucking way in the money. We're telling you right now, $1,295 to $1,300 come Friday. We're going to see you there. All right, guys, make sure to join the Arca Bulls trading team by hitting that link that I actually just shared with you. And make sure to come by to the trading room and trade alongside a very strong team. I love it. Guys, streaming on YouTube right now is not something natural. I'm just doing it right now because it's going to be a little bit tough for me to do it tonight. So I want to show the team some consistency right now. I want to make sure that you guys know what the targets could be to the downside, to the upside, whatever that is. Let's just go ahead and go over them right now before it's too late, right? Yes, GME and AMC got a massive upside continuation today, team. I love it. All right, guys, look, we were observing the potential bottom side using this regression here, right? We got that bounce from $4.66, and this thing completely ripped to the upside from $4.66 on AMC to $5.37 before pulling back on that 50% retrace of the 4-hour candle. Guys, but I still have something to show you, right? I do have something to show you, however. I want to be able to display to you with this with confidence, right? Because we've been observing the potentials of market manipulation, and we did catch some certain signals today using our technology, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at some of those signals here using the 30-second time frame again, right, guys? So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're going to use the composure algorithm to identify some of those signals. Guys, what do you know? We have a signal fired off right now in the last 1 minute. In the last literally minute, we got a manipulation signal that typically means that we're going to get a continuation to the downside, or this could be the downside and the final part of it for us to start realizing a continuation to the upside. But I don't feel that is the personal bias right now. I do think that we still have some further downside to go, especially since we got that manipulation signal right now fired off. I do think, here we go. Here are the downside targets that we were observing, right? 23.15, 22.29, 50% retrace could be 22.71. And then we could experience a bounce from somewhere in this area here. Okay, you guys, hold off for it. Be very careful in the financial markets, right? But there are manipulation signals as of right now. There, as you can see here, we have no other manipulation signals only until now. Here's the price action coming down. Right, let's see if we can get that bounce from 22.70 or from the areas of about 22.29, and then we'll see about continuation. Options, my brother, coming in with a very nice dono for the team. Brother, thank you so much. I love you so much, dude. That means a great deal to me. Now he's taking a look at NVDY, which is another play that he actually called out. Guys, he's been telling us that Nvidia was going to run up. He's been telling us that the split was going to be the reason why Nvidia would continue to the upside. It's been weeks, right? If you were able to get in on the signals that our boy Options gave us to, guys, that is absolutely the way we do it, right? We support ourselves. We support the team, and we're able to knock out these targets, and we'll get long and continue on to that upside. My brother, the dividend is going to be amazing for you. So let's make sure to get this continuation to the upside, to the downside, whatever it is, we are making money either way on the markets. Guys, make sure to join that team. Let's go ahead and now evaluate here the hourly time frame on GME and see what it's got for continuation. We know that the inspired move here, or the sympathy move, is actually AMC, right? It's all good. Let's observe what both of them have, because at certain points, both of them were arguably kind of competing against each other's upsides, right? Yes, we know that GME has the fundamentals. We do know that this would be the company that has the continuation based on their data, right? Of course, they just raised $1 billion right now, selling those shares, which is great. This could mean continuation to the upside, more positive sentiment that the asset actually needs for a further upside target, right? So let's go ahead and find out if this downside here is the end. What we're going to use for this is the RSI. Let's go ahead and pop this open. We're going to go ahead and see if we can find this RSI signal, this teal line above the SMA 14. If we can find the SMA 14 below this teal line, that's going to tell us roughly where the downside could stop, right? Let's go ahead and now move on those time frames and see what's up. Okay, well, here it is. Check it out. The bi-hourly time frame, 42 minutes, 57 seconds left to close. That shows us that we still have a further downside to go here, which means that we could use the bi-hourly time frame moving average or its ATR. So guys, notice right up here, we have a $2.07 ATR that we can observe, right? So this means that we're getting close to that bottom side already. So we're already extended the ATR on a bi-hourly time frame, but the RSI is showing that it still has a further downside to go. Where is that hourly time frame? Okay, well, arguably speaking, we are in a gravitational zone in here too. Remember, 2% up and down. This is going to be your 2% down. This is going to be your 2% up of your RSI gravitational area, right? In this zone is where you can experience some bounces naturally. So if we are going to experience a bounce from this area here, it would be in respects to the hourly time frame reaching that gravitational area. Now, we've been noticing today too that there has been some correlation between GME, AMC, and the broader markets. So let's go ahead and see if there's recovery here in the broader markets. Well, there is. Check it out. 5, 10, 15 minutes of potential recovery right now. We are experiencing a little bit of a dead cat here. I'm wondering if we're going to continue to the downside, but I am also noticing that there could be a formation here that could be known as a double bottom, right? Is this the double bottom overall? Or is it the dead cat bounce from this upside target? That's what we're going to try to evaluate here. That's what we're going to try to trade. But if we're catching stochastic momentum versus volatility here, it's telling us that we're expanding and we're getting an upside bias overall. So we may actually have found the floor. Guys, that is great. It's great news. Why? Because if it is the floor, that means that Nvidia will push up alongside with the SPY. Actually, it would be the Nvidia kind of leading the upside right now, right? It's been incredibly bullish today. Massive upside targets. That means that it'll pressure the broader markets up to the upside, and that's going to pressure AMC and GME alongside with it. Also, guys, pay attention to AMD, right? This is getting massive upside targets. I do believe AMD is going to reach its $200 target here soon. Maybe within the next week, we'll find out. But now, touching down on AMC, let's go ahead and find out what it has available for us and what it doesn't, right? So let's pull on the, I want to pull up the daily time frame to see how it's behaving today, right? Okay, so there is a massive spinning top doji, right? This candle here, the one that you're observing, is an indecision candle, but of course, we still have 2 hours and 40 minutes to close this candle off. That means that we still have a potential to shift towards an upside or towards a downside. But in my personal opinion, it looks like contraction already is starting to happen from that downside. We recovered that downside from that bottom side of what 466 coming up to 502. This technically means that the retrace already happened and we're now headed back up. Let's use the 5-minute time frame here to determine what that potential could be. There we go. That's the 5-minute time frame floor. It looks like we could be V-shaped recovering. Let's pull up the moving averages here and find out where we are exactly. All right. Very, very important moves happened here within the 5-minute time frame, some of which I would have to make sure that you guys know about, right? Take a look at this. Your SMA 200, EMA 200, 5-minute time frame bottom side. We're starting the V-shape recover from there. Yes, we reacquired the upside of the SMA 50 and we have the SMA 100 as resistance right now. That's all good. But what I want you to focus on in reality is the curvature. Take a look at that curvature here on the moving averages. That's starting to show that there could be upside continuation in the immediate short term. What has to happen is that we have to combat the resistance levels here first. If we don't combat them, then that means that we're going to get a further downside and there could be further pressure down to this target here. I would say no more than about 485 if that's the case. All right, but we're holding support at a very important range right now. All right, guys, so let's make sure that we can keep it up there. Let's move on back. Let's move on back here to the 4-hour time frame. I want to see where we're sitting now. All right. Yeah, 4-hour time frame. Hold on just a sec. 4-hour time frame retracing here for that. Yeah, guys. This would be the candle here. In fact, we got this is the thing, guys. Whenever we get a 4-hour closure or really any closure candle, the next candle is usually going to give you that retrace, right? So you would retrace about 50% the prior candle. So this 4-hour candle closed, the next one opened. Typically speaking, we get a 50% retrace and then a recovery. The 50% retrace here would have been somewhere around the $4.88 zone. But I can see here that it used this 4-hour candle as a support, right? The top end here before finding that upside. We still don't know. Yeah, we still don't know if this is going to be the bottom line for it, but there could be continuation for a further upside. Let's measure this. If we do find ourselves with a further upside target, let's use psychology. Here's how we're going to do it. Let's use the hourly time frame, and we're going to find out what the formation is for now. So this is a very typical formation, guys. This is your ascending channel. Right, your ascending channel typically presents a bearish outlook. So this would actually be targets towards the downside. How do we measure the targets, though? You would have to measure the top regression line to the very bottom regression line, just like this. This can be played both ways. It doesn't mean it has to go down. It means it can be played both ways, but it usually favors the bears. But Let's find out what could happen here, right? Let's go ahead and replicate the bottom side targets. Let's say that this would break down somewhere maybe tomorrow. I would say, let's just say that it breaks down somewhere around power hour tomorrow. So if it breaks out, it would also be around power hour tomorrow. The upside target on this would take you around $6.11. The bottom side target would take you to about $4.04. Which area are we going to choose? Of course, we want to say upside. That's what we want to say, but we never force a formation. We never force price action to do what we're saying for it to do. We don't control that. So we have to determine what the signals are. What's the reality here? Okay, hourly time frame, we're starting to get a little bit of a shift here, right? You're starting to get a little curvature here on that volatility expansion, right? You're contracting now. We may start pushing towards the upside, and look at stochastic momentum. Stochastic momentum is pivoted towards the upside here. So overall, on an hourly time frame, we could be experiencing a continuation to the upside. We're already bouncing from the 50% retrace just like we did here, right? Take a look at it. Price action broke. We came back down, validated that 50%, and then we continued upward. Could we be doing that this time? Now remember, this was really premature here though. This wouldn't be an area for us to break out of. No. The next area for us to break out of would be around here. So we're doing quite literally that same thing again. We're breaking upside of the 50%, coming back and validating it before a continuation to the upside. Where are those signals? Let's find them. What's the bi-hourly time frame telling us? Okay, bi-hourly time frame is telling us that there could be a slight downside here, but why would it be a downside, and does it have support? It does, right? It looks like it's already facing that support right now from the SMA 14. The SMA 14 is sitting at a 53%, not at the 52. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. What are the probabilities here for an upside? Expansion is happening. Good deal. What about the 3-hour time frame? Okay, 3-hour time frame, we're noticing that the downside is not as prominent as the 3-hour or the bi-hourly. That's great. We want to know that. We want to make sure that we can catch an upside here without any curvature and catching more expansion. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. All right, what do you know? We're starting to get some signs of expansion, a little bit of contraction there, I get it, but look at this pivot here on the 4-hour time frame. We're pivoted straight to the upside. We're entering the gravitational point, and there could be continuation. Let's look at the 6-hour. Huge upside thrust. We're entering the bullish control zone, and we're expanding. Guys, this is already displaying symptoms of a continuation to the upside, and it could be for a few days. At least if we're observing this from the 4-hour time frame and the 6-hour time frame, yes, that means that we may be catching an upside continuation here, and there could be a rare breakout in line. What do I mean by a rare breakout? Remember, this formation here is a bearish formation, but this could be the very bull trap, the very bear trap that we could be observing here in the immediate short term. The upside targets for this channel, remember, take that trend line from the top regression to the bottom regression, apply it to the area where you think we're going to break out of, and this is taking you to a topside target of about $6.11. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at maybe geometrics. Let's put some fibs against this, right? Let's take the overall range from today's trade. Today's top is 537. Today's bottom is around 466, right? So let's see what we have geometrically. And then I'm going to show you the geometrics on a bull flag too. All right, 2 fib in line with our 611. Let's make sure to jot it down just like this. We'll go ahead and take that range and make sure to pair it just like that, right? Very good. All right, we do have resistance here from these candles as well. Nice. It's confluent to price action and also geometrics. Let's take into consideration this as a measured move, bull flag breakout, right? Right here. So let's take that measurement and see where that would be taking us. So just like this is assuming that the downside is already in. Remember, the hourly time frame still has about 32 minutes to close, so anything can happen. We're still speculating, right? Take a look at this upside target now, $5.81. What is that confluent to? Right here, your one spot 618. Nice. We're getting geometric confluence here with the psychology. Let's mark it off. We're putting the targets together for the next day, just like we do every single day in the Arca Bulls trading team. This same way. And in the market prep. Really, okay, you guys? The next thing I want you to know, take a look at where we're bouncing from. Not everybody pays attention to these things. Check this out. We're bouncing from this area right down here. I want you to know that I'm looking out for price action, and I'm using every single trick every single trick known to mankind so that you can understand how to play the price, right? This is your golden pocket located between the 0.618 and the 0.382 of your Fibonacci ratio, right? That golden pocket is a very, very bullish area to be in, and usually price action tends to explode from these zones. And we are currently retracing right from that area right now. We're holding the 0.5, 50% retrace as a support on the hourly time frame. This is actually pretty good, right? Not bad, not bad, not bad. So if this still does have continuation to the downside, we still have the 0.382 to observe here at $4.92, but know for a fact that we're within a very bullish area for a potential bounce and a spring towards that upside. I freaking love it. Make sure, guys, if you're new to the chat, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to squeeze that subscribe button. Let's get some more people in here so that we can understand how to trade the broader markets the right way, the institutional way. All right, guys? Now, the next targets that we can observe here are as follows. Let's make sure that we can pair this to price action. Take a look at the bottom side of the price here that we looked at, 581. Look at this bottom side here. Look at this top side here and this bottom side. Completely confluent to our targets already. We didn't even have to match it. Guys, I'm getting some signals here from Nvidia. Let's just check it out. Oh, guys, look at this. We're making a new high again. We're observing this live right now, guys. The statistical targets are on our way. It's definitely on its way. Check it out. Here it is. 24.24% move to the upside on an 83.33% probability based on our system's backtest that we called out this morning here, and we're already reaching the freaking 50% of that move, which is located at 1160. We're sitting, guys. I'm not joking. 1044 was the target. 1044 was the target of entry. This is now sitting at 1144, literally 100 points up from the call out. Guys, join the fucking Arca Bulls trading team. I don't know what else to tell you, right? So this thing has an 83.33% probability that it reaches 24.24% on a 4-day time frame to this target here. 83%, almost 84% probability that you reach almost 1300. You best bet I'm taking that bet. The data is the data. I'm just here to give you guys. I'm reading the glyphs. If the glyphs are up in the wall, I'm just reading them to you. That's all. So that's all I'm saying, guys. I know I understand this is an $1,100 asset, but you don't have to trade the $1,100 asset. How do you do that? Well, guys, we open up some options contracts, right? If we can put them out 2 weeks out of the expiry, we have extrinsic value to be able to jump up. We have the value of time and the simple fact that we're out of the money. So we pick up some contracts that are worth about what? $200-300. By the time the target reaches here, those contracts may be worth around $1,200 each. So we're talking about risking $200 for a $1,000 move on an asset that has an 83% probability of reaching a $1,300 target. I'm all in. Let's go. Right? That's the way we're doing it, team. But please make sure that remember, I say this all the time. It's one thing to call out the play. It's quite another to execute the play. All right, you guys, I want you to be part of the students right now. The seats are starting to really get full, okay? Make sure to reach out to me, ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. Reserve your seat right away because they're getting taken up. All right, so those were the targets right now that we were observing on AMC. So if we get these topside targets, that means that we would likely get a continuation to the upside remember that this is a sympathy play, right? This is just a sympathy play. We know that GME is leading this potential. All right, so GME is at its support right now, 22.29 to 23.15. If we can bounce from this area here, that means that we can get to the top side again today. Our target that we observed from yesterday was 26.93, and we reached the topside area of 26.66. We came out just short of our take profit target, but it's okay. I still see upside continuation, and I still see a very bullish price action here for GME. Let's take a look at the volatility versus momentum here to see if we actually have that continuation. All right, so let's take a look at, Stokes here. We're going to look at this signature between stochastics and volatility. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. Take a look at that signal, guys. We're expanding with a massive upside thrust inside of the gravitational zone. This is probably going to continue to the upside after it finds support. 6-hour time frame, massive upside pivot in the gravitational zone as well. We also have expansion happening too. Oh man. Guys, let's look at the 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame, huge upside pivot. We're starting to expand yet again. Let's look at the 12-hour. 12-hour time frame is on an upside pivot, and it hasn't found its expansion just yet. But now we know that the immediate short-term time frame is going to start expanding towards the upside here, and we're going to start respecting the bias of the momentum indicator. Guys, this means that we may have found a local floor, and this is set to continue on to the upside for at least a few days. Remember this, though. Anything can happen in the markets. This is one of the most highly manipulated stocks that we can ever be in. All right, so let's go ahead and observe those potentials. Is it getting manipulated in the immediate short-term time frame? Let's find out. Let's use the immediate short terms, the micro-term time frames, anything possible to determine manipulation in the price action live. Remember, I presented to you these indicators. They're still available to you. Make sure to get in touch with us. Here we go. So let's bring this down to the hourly time frame and see if we have manipulation. All right. We did show, yeah, but this was manipulation from Friday, right? We got that already. We knew. Let's bring it down, though. 10-minute time frame. Let's see what's up. Okay. No manipulation here. What we're looking for is a yellow X. And if you find the yellow X and I miss it, make sure to tell me inside of the chat that I missed it, okay? Hold on. Is Nvidia continuing? Oh, guys, it's continuing. It's still going. 1146.87. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The stats are the stats, and they're there. Those are the upside targets. We put them out hours ago. That's all I can do. That's all I really could do. So let's continue on. Let's continue on observing here for price manipulation. Let's go into the 5-minute time frame. Okay, no X's yet. Let's come back into the 4-minute time frame. 4-minute time frame, not getting any X's here. Okay, good. Let's go to the 3-minute. We got to go all the way down to the 15 seconds, team. No manipulation signals. Okay, good. The buy minute. All right, so here it is. The buy minute, we got some manipulation starting right at that 22.34. As soon as we got that manipulation signal, price dropped from 22.34 to 21.41, almost a point entirely. Let's go down. Let's see the 1 minute. 1 minute time frame. Look at that. Right here was the top side of the price action. Right at the top side of these candles. 23.23 price action on this strike of manipulation dropped from 23.23 down to 22.61. Now on this shot here, another one. Check this out. Those are very similar structure candles. We get this drop, a little bit of a bounce and drop. We got that drop, bounce, and drop. Very similar iteration, twin iterations here of manipulation in the price. So this actually opened up at 23.75 on that strike, and it dropped all the way to 22.88. That's on the 1 minute. That's where you're observing here where it's being manipulated, right? Let's take a look at the 30-second candles and see what's up. 30-second candles got a strike of manipulation right up here at 23.76 before dropping to 22.86. 30-second intervals, guys. Let's go to the 15 seconds and take a look at that. Another strike of manipulation right up here around the 23.47, dropping to 22.84. But notice how it's not finding manipulation right now. And notice how the price action is recovering. Absolutely insane. Guys, these indicators can be yours. Please reach out to us. reach out to us. This is actually a slightly different email, right? arqindicators@gmail.com. This is not the only type of indicator it has, right? We have some very powerful algorithms here. Oh, look at this, guys. We have to take a look at this. We didn't notice this. Look at this. Literally in the first 15 seconds of the price action today at market open, this thing was manipulated right at that shot. Manipulated at 23.10, which ended up dropping price action all the way to 21.85. Oh, man. Guys, that was an instant drop right at the open. This is now the second time that we're noticing that they're manipulating right at the open. We have to be very, very, very careful. Super careful with the price action here, team. All right, this is absolutely amazing. Now, yes, for those of you that are curious, this is using wavelength theory. We are using 7 different factors and 7 different criteria that have to meet at exactly the right time in order for us to determine the price manipulation in the asset under the underlying. So when those 7 factors meet, when those 7 criteria, which, guys, I can't really explain it to you because it's proprietary. I would be giving away the secret sauce, right? But when that happens, the 7 criteria meets, we get usually a shift in price action towards the upside, but more than likely a downside move. It's been observed here throughout several other tickers that have experienced manipulation in price, and we've taken a large sample, a large catalog of data and replicated it in code for it to display to us as easy as an X down here. So when huge price swing, right? Oh man, we actually just did that recently, brother. GME dropped to 21. This thing raised all the way to 26. Guys, that's not natural. This thing going up $6-7 on fucking nothing. That's not normal. That is not normal whatsoever. But guys, yes, we are experiencing here price manipulation, and it's been the guys. I'm being posted everywhere, really. A lot of people speculating on what this is, and if we're going to be taken to court, if they want to take us to whatever, sure, I'm down. I'm just going to give you what this thing is doing. Let's see, let's match it, right? Let's match it to the institutional signals, and then they'll be kind of eating crap a little bit, right? Ooh, man, you don't want to do that, boy. So everyone has been calling out. Everyone has been calling out Ryan Cohen to get in touch with me. I don't know that that's going to happen, but whatever. Check it out, guys. New high on Nvidia. We were looking at this down here, guys. We were at freaking 1140 when I was telling you about this. Now it's almost 10 points up. The target is here with an 83.33% probability on a statistical backtest using historical volatility versus stochastic momentum that we would get a 24.24% move to the upside. That's consistent to 1295.65. Make sure to practice the markets responsibly. Yes, we have the data-backed targets. We have mathematics telling us that we would reach these targets to the upside, but anything is possible. Okay, guys? Please be very careful when observing the broader markets. This is not, this ticker is nothing to mess around with. All right, GME currently sitting at 23.18. AMC sitting at 501, still maintaining the upside of the $5 target. Now, I want to show you something. Check this out. This is the top of the price. This is the bottom of the price right here. If I temporarily get rid of this background and this, I want you to observe what the 50% retrace is within this range. We are right at it right now. So in order for us to get the continuation to the upside, we must start converting this 50% into a support. If we're able to start closing candles above this 50%, then we're on. If it does not perform the closures of a 50% retrace above that 50%, then we could experience a downside here, and there is a potential measured move to observe. How can we do that? Well, this has a dead cat bounce in the immediate short term. Let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. This is your top end. this is your bottom end right here, because this is the dead cat, right? The measured move for this would be around $4.87. And $4.87 just happens to be very close to the 25%, which would be around 480. All right, you guys. So if you're gonna match this target here, the psychological target, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you like this. All you have to do is get your psychological target and match it to the price action. Match it to price. So here is your bottom side on a 5-minute time frame, right? This was the split between post hours and pre-market. So get that bottom side right there, the little tweezer down there, and match it to your psychological target, and that gives you a zone for support. In case price action breaks this 50% and we start closing here and we start getting the dead cat bounce, this is your support zone for a continuation to the upside. All right, you guys, so that's usually how it done, how it's done, sorry. And what you're observing right now, this is what you call, hold on, let me get rid of this here. This is what you call here, facing this downside here, 466, 537 top. This is what you call a wall-to-wall move. The next move is the critical one. We need to maintain above the 50% in order for us to get that continuation. The continuation is not done just with the close of the 50%. Why? Because your pre-market high is located here. You have to mark a line there. Let me get rid of this thing. After we close candles above this 50%, kind of like we're doing right now, we need to make sure that we can start making closures of candles above the pre-market high. And then you're going to face the resistance of your post-market high, 525. It all moves in stages, you guys. This is the way price action is observed. This is the best way that I can show you how price action works, right? It's all based on sentiment. Check it out. We're starting to get multiple candle closures above the 50%. Of course, price action would lead to a positive upside. That's what I said. We got 2 candle closures now above 50%, and we have some upside happening. Typically speaking, guys, it's not a crystal ball. It's nothing like that. It really is just psychology. Alfredo saying, I know everybody has a boner for AMC and GME, but I'm seeing an upside going into earnings for Neo 690. What do you think? Actually, somebody already called it out in the Arca Bulls trading team. And yes, I do see a continuation to the upside. In fact, we're already observing Tesla with a potential upside as well. Nvidia was our play from this morning, and this is a play for 3 days. So we're not only observing AMC and GME, we're also playing other assets as well. We were also looking at the potential bottom of ONMD. ONMD faced the bottom, and now it's running towards the upside, right? So we're playing multiple plays in the Arca Bulls trading team while we wait for our longer holds to kind of realize, right? That's going to be your AMC. It's going to be your GME, right? While we're holding those shares, let's put our dollars to work to find out how much more upside we can get. Guys, this is the way we do it in the team. All right? I want to see you there. Make sure to come on by. All right? Now, what are we doing as far as continuation here for GME and AMC and all the other tickers? I did mention before that there is some correlation to the broader markets. The broader markets are bleeding a little bit right now. But if you can observe here, it looks like we just double bottomed. I put a thesis together with the team not too long ago here, maybe about an hour ago. You know what? I'm not going to go over that entire thesis, but what I will do is that I will give you the targets that I'm observing for this. Based on a bunch of signals that I'm not going to speak of all over again because I already did it for the team, I am expecting the SPY to reach targets upward of 550 to 560 in the coming week or two. All right? It's not financial advice. Please take it as entertainment only, right? But yes, I am observing a potential continuation towards that upside in the next week or two. And if you get broader market movement that way, that would be consistent to the upside targets that we have for Nvidia. and Tesla. Guys, there's a complete shift, and there could be continuation to the upside, broader market. All right, so if we're going to be able to catch this, you got to be careful. You got to be careful how you play the markets, okay? Make sure that you execute the right way. Be very careful out there. All right, so another way that we can determine that there's weakness in the market right now is the Dixie. This is your dollar value. We're currently going up. Usually when we get the upside on the dollar value, you're getting downside risk on assets. Look, check it out. Downside risk on assets, upside Dixie. Know the inverse plays. We teach all this, guys. It's not a problem. We can teach all this. All right, so another thing that you can observe are your bonds, right? Your 10-year yield. You can observe the VIX, the VIX. Those are all inverse to the broader markets. Those would tell you where the strength is. Okay, so the AMC retracing back to this 50% zone at 495. I spoke to you about the 50% from today. I get it, right? We're still around there, but there's also the rising wedge, or the ascending channel. The ascending channel still has its own 50% that we're bouncing off from. And while we're experiencing downside on risk on assets, that's where I'm telling you that we're a little bit connected here. So that's why AMC and GME may suffer a little bit, but it's okay. If this suffers, let's just say, for example, if this continues to suffer this downside here for the next hour, there's going to be another algorithm change at power hour. You get 2 algorithm changes per day. You get one at the midday and one at power hour. Know your details, know the play. Thank you, Alfredo. You're joining the team tonight. I absolutely love it, my brother. I will see you there tomorrow morning, sharp and early, and we'll get this thing going. Guys, remember tonight, I'm not gonna be doing a live stream, so that's why I'm here now. Right? We're gonna do a small live stream here. We're gonna observe the potentials of the market and the potentials of the continuation to the upside tomorrow. All right. So, but for those of you who are already in the team, the Arca Bulls members, you will get a private stream with me tonight. I just don't have the resources to do that from grandma's house, right? So I'm gonna take my 4-year-old boy to see grandma. So they don't have the best internet in there, so I'm gonna be able to only host within Discord. So make sure to come by, right? So you can get into that market prep later on with me tonight. Okay, guys, we're headed towards the bottom side here. We were expecting a potential drop to 492, 491, where the bottom side of the gap is located. In fact, the gap is 491. Right, so there could be a bounce from there. Now, remember, we could be hovering in this area here for the better part of an hour. Okay, so as soon as we get this dialed, as soon as we can find consistency with this bottom side support, we may be able to get a bounce to the upside. Remember, we're still within that golden pocket. If we start failing these targets here, the next support bottom is going to be located right here. I'll point it out for you, okay? I'm not going to leave you dry, right? I'll just make sure to point it out just like this. This is your next support bottom, which is very confluent to the knot 236 at 482, but it's 488 to 483. Okay, you guys? So you can see how much people are trying to keep this from breaking the 492. That's because it's a golden pocket. It's tough. It's tough to get the price action to break from there, but not impossible, as we can see. All right, you guys? So please be careful in the broader markets. Make sure to risk only what you're willing to lose and know the rules before you execute any trades whatsoever. Okay, you guys? Which is why I want you to see this live, how we execute together. All right, team? I love it. I love that we were able to come out here together. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary, right, to get this thing out and get that algorithm finessed so that we can bring in some more people. Let's take a look at Nvidia's continuation, right? Nice. We got that top side of about 1149, currently sitting at 1137. We have a statistical upside here of about 1295.65 coming in maybe by the end of the week this week. I'm thinking maybe I would say maybe not tomorrow by the following day. Actually, damn, it may even be tomorrow. We just moved 100 points today. If this thing is really moving that hard, I don't know what to say, right? Look at your daily time frame. We are now expanding above $40 on average true range on Nvidia. This is absolutely massive. Guys, that is big time. Big time price action here. All right, the Dixie is still showing some upside here. Let's look at the SPY. The SPY got that downside. Oh my goodness. Down to 528.51. 1 minute left to close. 1 minute and 37 seconds left to close this 5-minute candle here. Let me pull up the moving averages and see what's going on. Wow. Okay, you guys, that could have been your measured move here. That could have been the bottom side, and we could be experiencing, I'm not gonna officially say this, right? But we could be experiencing a potential recovery. If that happens, we have to get above 520, I would say. Damn, we have to close above 529 minimum. Dude, this may not be done. Hold on, guys. 10-minute time frame supporting from the SMA 200, but still has a downside pivot. Guys, I think this is still going down. What the hell is going on? So this is, the retracement. Yes, that's right. Okay, so if we're retracing, let me bring this back to the daily. Okay. Let me take a look at a couple signals here. Yeah, we reached the 1 standard deviation multiplier right at that 530, and we're coming back. Guys, we're knocking on the door of we're knocking on the door of that 1 standard deviation resistance. Price action must break above 530 in order for it to get the continuation to the upside. And it doesn't look like it's impossible, actually. It does feel like it may actually do it. 4-hour time frame retrace could be down to 528.12. Yeah, this is us 2 standard deviations down, break above 1 standard deviation resistance, come back down, validate the 1 standard deviation opposing side, and then we get the top end. Yeah, this actually is validating supports before we continue. Heads up, just be very careful how we observe the markets, okay? Let's continue here. Yeah, take a look at that, right? That's your Dixie continuing to go up. Potential retracement could be at 104.57. So that means that the SPY may actually find a little bit more of downside. It could be consistent to maybe the current low of 528.54, maybe 528.10, but this would be the area to find a bounce from. And that would be the area for everything else to continue, including AMC and all right, check it out, guys. We're already getting a bounce. We're already getting a bounce from the zone that we talked about at 488. Right? The price action touched the 488, but we have a zone to worry about. 483 to 488. Okay. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla, it's on its way down. Very good deal. Guys, if Tesla realizes the downsides that I'm looking for, keep your eyes out on these targets here. We're looking at a potential drop to 173.26 again, like today. Statistically speaking, it is possible for us to get down to 166.58 before experiencing a bounce towards the upside. Okay, so heads up on this. That downside has about a 64% probability. I don't think it's going to run today. I really don't think Tesla's going to find its upside today. I think it'll find it in another day or two. All right, you guys. Now, let's see. Where was the bottom side? Are we still getting Dixie upside? No. Dixie's starting to find its resistance right up here. If it does get further upside, I do think that it goes to the 104.573. We'll get that resistance top, and then there could be some relief for the broader markets. All right, now let's take a look at the SPY. Yeah, the SPY, I do think that, guys, we may be able to reach that 528.10. Which means that the ES, this is the micro ES here. The micro ES could see a 53.0950. So if we get that 53.09.5, we're sitting at 53.14 3/4 right now. We may get that bottom side of 53.09 1/4. If we get that bottom side, there could be a bounce from that zone there. Okay. All right, the Dixie continuing to resist from that top end. Nice. All right, you guys. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. GME is starting to recover from that 50% retrace. Good deal. AMC still not finding its upside. Let's take a look at Nvidia. Nvidia continuing on its path. Oh my goodness, man. Let's go. It's about to pop it off again. It's 11:35 1136.17. Its top side is 1149.39. There could be a continuation. Oh my goodness, man. I don't believe it. Guys, this is absolutely massive, man. Big time price action here. I'm going to repeat it again, you guys. By the end of the week, maybe Thursday, we could see a 1295.65 statistically speaking. I feel a little uncomfortable to talk to you about these targets for now, but they're not out of the question. They're statistically probable, but I would really like for us to start confirming above $1,300. As soon as we get that confirmation above $1,300, we're going to get the continuation here to upper bounds. But know for a fact that I do have this backed, right? I do have it statistically backed. Now, Tone saying, does AMC have a gap? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at it, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame here on AMC. And we're actually in the middle of that gap. There are two gaps. Yeah, okay, so let me point them out to you. This is one, opening to closing basis, right? Right in here. This, well, in reality, it would be this. Right in here. The next gap would be right in here. Using opening to closing basis again. All right? So, that is currently the two areas that we need to kind of close here. If there is a further upside gap, then you may be referring to this and to this. So if that's the case, let's put them down. It would be somewhere between the target of about 871 to about 1011, and your wick is the 50% perfectly. The next one would be located right, oh man, I mean, I know we have a few of them up there, right? But I'm just going to mark off this one here as the last one. Hold on. There we go. Right in here. 1176 to 1293. Just for your control, those are the upside gaps that we have to worry about, right? This is going to be 1293 to 1176. Bottom gap here, 871 to 1011. The relevant gaps, 2 hour time frame, 611 to 686. And we're in the process of closing or covering the 506 to 548. Those are the ones that we're presently trying to close. It's all good. ONMD continuing to the upside, it looks like. Nice. We're getting continuation on a lot of the tickers that we're observing, team. We're getting all the targets that we're talking about. And most importantly, we're realizing the gains while they're there. Okay, you guys, please remember to study as hard as you can. Make sure to practice the broader markets the right way. Right now, it's hard to just hold, right? Because you may get huge downsides, you may get huge upside swings, and a lot of that price action, a lot of those gains that you have acquired could go in an instant. But Tone, I hope that I answered that correctly for you. And yeah. But yeah, you guys, so I do think that the SPY has found a potential bottom. If we have a little bit of further downside, 528.07, which means that a retest of the 483 of AMC could be in, but this may be the floor. Check it out. We're bouncing right from the zone that we spoke of, right? Nice. Very good. Now let's take a look at GME. Let me look at this from an hourly time frame. Very cool. So we're bouncing here from the 50% retrace of that area. Good. Good. If we can find the bounce from this area here, let's see. I can't really call this a bull flag. It doesn't have the criteria for it anymore. We got a further than 50% retrace on these candles here in order for us to call this a bull flag in the first place. It's all good. No problem. Oh, shit. I think AMC is starting to make a move. Here we go. Check it out. It's coming right back up. We just touched 495. Volatility is entering once again. And that bottom side support worked out like a charm. Man, nice. Here we go. We're reacquiring. Yeah, we're reacquiring now the golden pocket. Very good. So as soon as we can reacquire this golden pocket here, and that was the hourly close, man. So this would be an hourly retrace. The target minimum here would be 501. Nice, man. Very nice. Very nice. I love it. Guys, I love that you guys were able to join me here today. If you haven't done so already, please do me a favor and hit that like button, right? Subscribe to the channel. Continue to interact here because we'll get a bigger and bigger finesse on that algorithm, right? Guys, look at this, 494. Your hourly retrace is coming in. That should be around the areas of 499 to 501 coming in the immediate short term here. AMC is not doing bad. There could be an algorithm change in about 57 minutes into power hour, which means that if the SPY continues to kind of suffer in this low here, it's already at the 2 standard deviation retracement. This is a huge wall-to-wall move on the 30-minute time frame. So this would be the area for us to find a bounce. So if it still sees pressure to the downside here during power hour, the algorithm may shift long, and this may take it to the upside back to the 530s. As soon as we get to that 530, break above, validate that 530, continuation to 531, 532. Very nice. I absolutely love what I'm looking at here, team. And now that we're getting the broader market upside, take a look at AMC, 494, right? Take a look at GME. They are in some way correlated to the broader markets. We're above 23 bucks now. At resistance, yes, 23.15. When we break that, your next resistance would be 23.53, 24.07, and on. Right? But the target that I would expect for us to close in, at least the hopium targets here, would be 25.52 to around 27.97 with a high probability of 26.66. Okay, you guys, that's presently the targets that I'm looking out for on GME come market close today. If it doesn't happen, remember, it's okay. This is not the last day of trading. There are still three more trading days in the week. All right, it is a short week here, but a lot of the times that anxiety kind of builds, and the price action here would reflect that kind of pressure. All right, you guys, I absolutely love it. Is Nvidia continuing now? It's getting some slight continuation. Yes, nice. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. I love it. DXY coming down. Check it out. It is coming down. All right, SPY going up. Yes, the SPY's going up. That's how we're able to read the markets, you guys. I absolutely love it. Make sure to hit that like button. Yeah, boy. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC one more time, guys, before we cut out here. This is AMC reacquiring the inside of the golden pocket. Not 618 to the not 382. If we're able to bounce from this zone here, your lower probability is 492. This would be the area to bounce from. And if we do get that bounce, there could be a probability of closing above 509 today. Okay? Keep an eye on the broader markets. Keep an eye on your play. Make sure to manage your risk the right way, and you will be okay. All right, team? So, yeah, guys, thank you all for coming out. I'm just going to go ahead and exit the building here. Make sure to join the Arca Bulls training team with this link in the chat, right? And also consider opening a seat in the ArcMastersCourse. This is going to be the beginner's program, right? Crash course. ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com. Get in touch with me. We'll get you situated because the lectures are going to start soon and enrollment will end soon as well. Get in touch with me. Let's go ahead and finish off the stream right here, team. I appreciate everybody for coming on out. Make sure to reach out to me with any questions or concerns. I love you all. Hit that like button on the way out, and we'll be able to look at some videos tonight. I'll try to release GME, AMC, and a few other tickers too, guys. I absolutely love you. Make sure to have a good day, and we'll talk very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, ever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good rest of your day and or night. And I'll catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Fuck yeah!